Well, as this day almost wraps up, as we saw from Pearl's live shot, the snow in Portland has not.
We kept getting little breaks in the precip during the day, like it would sleet a little bit, then it would stop, it would snow a little, and then it would stop. But I did mention that on the back end of this system, we would bring in some colder air, and it is here because we have a little bit more snow coming through, but it also means that the system is departing. So right now across the radar, you can see along areas of southern and into central Maine, we have flipped back from sleet to snow. We saw that just when we mentioned Pearl's live shot outside, and areas of snow up in northern Maine there as well. That's been continuing for much of the day. I did get a report that in areas of down east Maine it was, quote, pouring rain, and that's definitely true here. You can see a lot of just plain rain right along areas near like Lubec, Machias, and Eastport, and you can see some of those even like yellow colors, so some fairly hard rain in that area. And slightly inland, seeing some freezing rain near Calais and Wesley, and then up towards Lincoln is where we're still having some snow. Northern Maine, we had a lot of snow throughout much of the day today. They did not have to worry about that changeover into some mixed precipitation. We got sleet about as far north as Millinocket. That's as far north as reports that I got. If there were any a bit farther north than that, I didn't get them, but it looked like that they were mostly getting snow up in northern Maine. But I mentioned that closer to southern Maine, where we have that snow moving through, it means that this system is almost over, light at the end of the tunnel. We don't have a ton of precip there behind it. There's some snow showers hanging out in areas of upstate New York, but most of those won't really be headed to our area. Maybe a few as we get into early tomorrow morning, but significantly less than what we saw today. So the snow will continue to depart from west to east across the state here. I think in total this system was fairly well forecasted and fairly well modeled here. We did end up almost with a best case scenario in terms of our lack of freezing rain, which is the precip type we were trying to avoid here. For Monday, we'll start out with a mixture of sun and clouds. We could see some scattered snow showers in the northern half of the state, and then those will dissipate as we get into the afternoon. But it's also going to be very cold and very windy Monday especially, but it's still going to be breezy and cold on Tuesday too. A bit more sunshine Wednesday and slightly warmer, but we are still going to be in a cold stretch, which means whatever precip did fall today is not going to be melting anytime soon. We've been watching the potential ice graphic. If you remember earlier, this had a lot of pink shaded on it, and almost all of that is gone, which means that the threat for sleet and freezing rain has essentially ended at this time. So that's definitely good news, and we haven't had too many power outages so far. So again, definitely in the better case scenarios for how this storm could have gone. However, I wouldn't actually be surprised if we ended up with more power outages tomorrow than we did today. And the reason for that is because of the wind. Wind gusts tomorrow could be upwards of 50, even 60 miles per hour. So extremely high winds. The National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory for the western half of the state here. Could see some isolated power outages, and areas like northern Maine that got the fluffier snow could see some blowing snow as well, which could reduce visibility. So a lot going on in today's forecast, but at this point it's almost done. People have been asking me about a storm for next week. Right now that one looks like a miss, but we'll keep an eye on it. We might see a couple of snow showers Thursday. Marine forecast sees 8 to 16 feet, that gale warning in effect because of a lot of wind that we're going to be seeing. So I know we've talked a lot about the storm today, but looking at next week for the 7-day forecast in comparison to the way these 7 days have been the past 2 weeks, it is significantly calmer. A couple of snow showers, especially in northern Maine for tomorrow, but I think what you're going to notice most about tomorrow is just how windy it is. Again, some isolated power outages are possible. Still breezy on Tuesday, and it'll be very cold. High temps will likely only be in the teens and even some single digits in areas like northern Maine. A lot more sunshine as we get into the midweek too. Sam, Thursday, we will be tracking that storm right now. Again, it looks like it's going to be a mist to the south of us. We could see a couple of snow showers in southern Maine, kind of at the very northern edge of that, but we'll keep an eye on it, but it doesn't look as big of a hit as the couple of storms that we've had recently. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready for bed. It's been a long day.
I was going to say, you've been here since what, like
10 a.m.?
Yeah, wow. Well, thank you for all of your work today,
Thank
Dana.
you so much.